Guys, what's up? Welcome to the Dayworker Night Trader channel, where I'm going to show you the strategies to make money in the market if all the time you can spend is 1 hour per day. And today, stay tuned because I'm going to explain exactly how I made $5,000 last week selling options. And of course, because the channel is so new, I appreciate your help to subscribe to the channel and give the thumbs up.
Thumbs up, man!
To this video. If possible, please also ask your mother, father, brother, sister, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, exes, and your insurance agent to smash the subscribe and like button. Thank you very much.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers, getting the licks in the band. Legacies.
Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite option strategy, which is to sell covered call. Strategy is so good because of two important reasons. Number one, you would be able to make passive income based on just the stocks that you have owned. And second thing is that even in the event that the market goes down, like what is happening in the past 6 weeks, you would be able to still generate additional return and income, and it's going to help you lessen the pains when the market is dipping down. Just by executing the covered call strategies, I have actually made $2,646 in the week of 15 March. One of the most painful week when tech stock came down. For the video that is going to be uploaded next, I'm going to explain to you the second half of the strategies that helped me make $2,399 by selling puts. In this video, I'm going to explain to you three main things. Number one, what is the option? If you are new to call and put option, I'm going to explain that to you. And the second thing is that what is selling covered call? The second part of the session is going to be on the benefit of selling covered call to the passive investor. Lastly, for the people who want to immerse yourself more into the world of options, I'm going to have a bonus session at the end to explain what impacts the premium of an options. And as usual, if you guys wanted to learn more about any of these topics, please go out there and Google, on YouTube, just type in the keywords and learn more about it. Now let's talk about the definitions of options. Options are the right to sell or buy 100 stocks at a certain price, by or on a certain date. That certain price is called strike price, and that certain date is called expiry date. Call options is the right to buy, and put option is the right to sell. Now I'm going to explain to you more focus on the call option first, and then put options. After you get the logics of it, it's very easy to be figured out. Now let's take a look at this graph, and I'm going to break it down very simple and easy for you. Let's assume that today is Monday and the stock price is at $120. Now, someone think that stock price is going to go up on Friday. So what the person do on Monday? The person buy a call at a strike price of, let's say, $122. Sorry, I made a mistake here. This should be 122. So the person is going to buy a call at a strike price of 122, expiring on Friday with a premium of $1. Now comes Friday. Let's assume that the stock price shoot up to $124. The person owning this call option can buy hundreds of the stock at the price of 122 because that's the strike price, and then sell at 124, which is the price of the stock in the market on Friday. So this person is going to make a profit of $200 because he buy 100 stock at 122 and sell 100 stock at 124. But he needs to pay $100 for the premium of the options, that the total return profit to him is $100. So you can see here, options actually provides a very good tool for people to make profit and speculate on the directions of movement of the market. Now let's go to the second scenario. Let's say the stock price doesn't hit 122, it can go to 121, it can go sideways, or it can go down. If any of this scenario happens, nothing's happened, this option buyer lose $100. Now the second bit on put, I made a similar graph here and also the annotations here. You can go and figure out yourself. Feel free to pause the video and study this chart. Now the next thing, let me move on to a very interesting and very important summary. This summary is going to explain to you who is paying the premium, who is earning the premium, what happens if the stock price go above or below the strike price for both call and put option, for both the buyer and the seller. Now let me go through the example on the call side. On the put side, you guys can apply a similar logics and arrive at the table. The first thing is that the buyer is going to be the one who is paying the premium. So it's $100 as mentioned in the previous example. The seller is going to be the one who is earning this premium because this seller is giving the buyers the chance to gamble on the probabilities of the stock going up. If on the expiry date stock price go above the strike price, the buyer is going to get assigned 100 stocks at the strike price, and the seller will be forced to sell the stock at the strike price. And if the seller doesn't own any stock on the day, a position of shorting the stock in the account of the seller is going to happen. But if the stock price go below the strike price, nothing is going to happen, right? Because the option just go worthless, and the buyer lose 100% of the premium, and the seller just keep the premium as the money. Now I want you to focus on the seller side. The premium is a way that the seller is going to earn the money, so it's all good and rosy for now. But what's the risk? The risk is that if a stock price suddenly shoot up, the seller have to sell the stock. But the catch here is, if you own a stock and pick the right strike price, you'll be able to earn passive income, because the premium is going to go into your pocket week after week, while occasionally be able to sell your stock at a good price. Now let me just share with you one graphic example of the explanations of why a covered call investor is generally making more money than a pure stock investor. And selling covered call is actually something that you can do on top of being a passive investor. Let's assume that today the stock is at $120. Now the arrow going up here will represent every Friday, right? It means that every single Friday the options for that week is going to expire. Now imagine that you yourself in the position of a stock investor. First you buy the stock at $120, and then because you're a passive investor, right, you check your phone but you don't actually actively buy and sell the stock. Now 1 month after, or 1 year after, feel free to pick the time frame, you go back and find the stock price goes from $120 to $122, and you happily take the profit. Great, the stock has gone up $2. Now if you're a passive investor but also selling covered call, what is going to happen? First, you buy the stock at $120, similar to the stock investor at the cost price of $120. The second thing is that, let's assume that weeks in and weeks out, for the sake of simplicity, you sell a covered call at the strike price of $124 and collect the premium of anywhere between 0.4 and 0.6. This premium price actually depends on where the stock closed the week before and opened the week after. But for now, let's just take this number. In the first week, stock price actually slightly goes down from $120 to, let's say, $119.50 here. You still earn 50 cents per stock because the stock hasn't reached $124 yet. Now, opening the second week, you continue selling another option with strike price of $124. The stock end up going up slightly but not hitting $124 yet, so it's another 40 cents in the box. Now the stock goes crazy, and have a great run in the week, go all the way to $125. What's happening here? Number one, because the stock opens at a slightly higher price, the premium is slightly higher, you get 60 cents in this week. The second thing that happen is that because at the end of the week, the stock price go above the strike price, so you need to sell 100 stocks that you own. When you sell 100 stocks that you own at the end of the week, because the strike price is $124, hence you need to sell it at $124, hence you earn the profit from selling stock of $4 per stock. So in total, you collect $5.50, more than double and close to triple the money that a stock investor would be earning. Now, you might be asking me the questions of, so what's going to happen after you sell my stock? What's going to happen in the fourth week? I'm going to cover that in the next video. If you can't wait, just go and Google cash secure put. So from this example, you can see that a covered call investor has a potential of making more money than the regular stock investor. The second thing is that week in and week out, you can take advantage of when the stock goes down slightly or when the stock moves up slightly to earn more money. The third advantage is that because compared to a normal passive investor who just leave the stock sit there in the portfolio and check back every single week, every single quarter, or for some people just look back in every single year, what you're doing here is that you are taking the profit when the stock goes up crazily high. After every single high, right, there's typically a dip that happens right after. You would be able to get back the stock at a slightly lower price, and then the cycle continue. You continue to generate the income every single week. So that's why it's a very beautiful strategy for the people who don't want to deal with the stress of day trading but still want to take advantage of the up and down in the market. Now, moving on next, what do you do? The first step of starting this strategy is to have at least 100 of your favorite stocks. So this should be the stock that you're comfortable with owning. This should be the stock that you have done your due diligence on. Now, step 2, you need to sell a call with a strike price above the current stock price. How do you select the right strike price? Number 1, pick a strike price with profit probability for the buyer of the options less than 20 to 25%. This probability actually shows up in the interactive broker, so that's one advantage of getting interactive broker. The second thing is that you pick a strike price that provides you at least 0.5% to 1% weekly return. In the example of Apple stock, right, which is a really solid stock that you can earn for the long terms. This yield typically happens with the stock price from 3 to 4% more than the current stock price. Now, lastly, right, in the times of high volatilities or when the stock just take a big dip, this is what I personally do. I will identify the second level of resistance, and I will sell a covered call above that second level of resistance, just so that it gives me some sort of safety, and when the stock make a bull runs and comes back, I will cash in a nice profit from the stock returning from the low. Now, this is actually a very big question that when I start doing covered call, I try to do my research online but didn't get a very satisfying answer in short videos. Now I'm going to give the answer to you. Between selling options weekly and monthly, which one do I prefer? I prefer selling weekly because, first of all, selling 4 weekly options can collect more premiums than 1 monthly options. The second thing is that profit from weekly options can go into investment next week, so you have your benefit of compounding your return at a faster rate than someone who has to wait every single month. Now, last but not least, what happens if I am forced to sell my stocks? Number 1, buy back the options on Friday before the day's end. I discourage this because there are better things for you to do. Number 2, if you're not familiar with cash secure put, or for whatever reasons you cannot place a cash secure put, you can just place a limit order for the week after with a strike price at the same price as how much that you are selling it for. Most of the time you get it filled. The third thing that you can do is you can watch my next video on cash secure put, or just Google cash secure put if you can't wait. That's it, guys. Hope you have had a great time and learned how to make some passive income from selling covered call. And if you find my video helpful, please also ask your mother, father, brother, sister, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, exes, and your insurance agent to smash the subscribe and like button, so that you can be the first people to get your hands on the next few discussions. Number 1 video is going to be part 2 of these option strategies, where I'm going to go in depth into put option and cash secure put. It's a way that I have made $2,400 that I mentioned in this video. The second video is going to be some of the financial advices online that you need to think twice about. That's it, guys. See you next week, and until then, let's make some money.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to throw me in the family. Credit cards and the scammers, hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.